If you're not satisfied with your life, then watch this video until the end. Once upon a time in a tranquil forest by a sparkling lake, there lived a crow, a duck, and a swan. Each of them was unique and special in their own way, but each of them felt incomplete. The crow, named Onyx, was known for his sharp eyes and cunning mind. However, he often felt overlooked because his feathers were black, plain compared to the other birds. He envied the swan's graceful white plumage and the duck's cheerful quacks, wishing he could be as beautiful or as happy as they seemed. The duck, named Quibble, loved the water and was always surrounded by a group of friends. She was carefree and joyful, but inside, she harbored a deep insecurity. Her wings were short, and her quacks were loud and unrefined. She often wondered why she couldn't fly like the crow or glide like the swan. She feared she would never be as important as the others. The swan, named Seraphina, was the most elegant bird in the lake, her feathers shimmering like moonlight. Everyone admired her beauty, but Seraphina struggled with loneliness. Her grace made it hard for her to connect with others. People saw her only for her looks, never for her heart. She longed for a friend who could see beyond her exterior. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a great storm hit the forest. Winds howled, and the lake became wild and dangerous. The three birds, caught by surprise, sought shelter under an ancient oak tree. "Why does the world seem so unfair?" Onyx grumbled, looking at the storm outside. "I'm smart, but no one notices me. I'll never be as beautiful as the swan." Quibble sighed. "I'm small, and my wings are weak. I can't soar like you, Onyx. I'll never be as graceful as Seraphina." Seraphina, with her long neck tucked into her wings, whispered, "But all of you are more than what you see. I'm admired for my beauty, but I long for someone to understand me. Sometimes I wish I were more like you." Onyx looked at the swan in surprise. "You wish you were more like me? But you are so graceful, so perfect." Seraphina smiled softly. "You see the beauty on the outside, but you don't see the loneliness. I wish I had the freedom to laugh like Quibble, or the cleverness you have, Onyx." At that moment, a large branch from the oak tree snapped, crashing down towards them. In one swift motion, Quibble dove into the water and emerged, carrying the branch to safety. She grinned and said, "I might not soar, but I can swim better than anyone. We all have something special." Onyx felt a stirring in his chest. He hopped onto a nearby rock, looked at the stormy sky, and let out a loud caw. "I might not have wings like the swan or quacks like the duck, but I can see things others miss. I can think and plan, and I'll find a way out of this." Seraphina, her wings beating softly, finally said, "I see it now. The storm isn't here to test us. It's here to show us who we are. You each have something incredible about you." As the storm raged, the birds realized the truth. They were all important in their own way, not because of what they lacked, but because of what they already had. Onyx's cleverness, Quibble's courage, and Seraphina's grace all had a purpose, and when combined, they made the forest stronger. The next morning, the storm cleared, and the sun bathed the forest in golden light. Onyx, Quibble, and Seraphina stood by the lake, no longer burdened by comparisons. They had discovered that true beauty lay not in what they thought they were missing, but in how they used what they already had to help others. From that day on, the three birds were not just individuals. They were a team, united in their strengths and forever changed. And in the heart of the forest, a legend grew of the crow, the duck, and the swan, who learned that sometimes what we need to change our lives is not to become someone else, but to realize who we already are.